Alright guys, we're going to take a quick second here and thank today's video sponsor Manscaped, because let's be honest, who's not at home right now looking for ways to keep things clean and hygienic? Manscaped is the only men's brand dedicated to below the waist trimming and hygiene. So let's be real honest with ourselves, we've all been down there manscaping and had a little run-in with the boys, and usually it doesn't turn out too pretty. And that's why Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. In fact, the Manscaped team has spent over 18 months redesigning this trimmer so you can experience the greatest ball trimming effort ever. The third generation trimmer has a cutting edge ceramic blade to prevent manscaping accidents. Thanks to Manscaped's advanced skin safe technology, millions of balls are now going to be in safe hands. One of my favorite features of the Lawnmower 3.0 is that it actually has a light on it. Sometimes it's a little difficult to see down there, if you know what I mean. The light will help you out. And unlike your other private times, the Lawnmower 3.0 comes with quiet stroke technology. They've also upgraded to a 7,000 RPM motor and will allow you to take care of your business in the privacy of your bathroom without the whole world knowing what you're up to. And when you purchase the new Perfect Package 3.0, not only are you going to save 20% off and get free shipping by using our code down below, you're going to get the best bang for your buck. As a subscriber, every 3 months, Manscaped is going to deliver a new head for your trimmer so that it stays fresh and clean. And for a limited time, if you sign up, you're gonna get a Shed travel bag. This is a $39 value, and you're also gonna get a pair of these comfy, anti-chafing Manscaped boxer briefs. So visit manscaped.com, use the promo code down below, and get 20% off and free shipping off your order today.
Well, you guys know I couldn't leave the M2 completely stock for too long. So we're here today at Tint World, going to visit our boy Scott, see if we can get the M2 tinted today. Ever since I had the E46 tinted, I knew that every car that I got, I had to bring over here to Tint World to have an awesome tint applied. What's up, my brother? How are you doing, man? Dude, carbon overload, man. You got carbon on carbon on carbon. Dang, lots of carbon fiber. What do you think?
Beautiful.
Except for my park job.
Literally my favorite car out. I actually was debating selling my E93 in about a year. This is gonna be what I'm gonna pick up. The platform of the car, the rigidity of it. I mean, this thing is a beast, dude.
Dude, it's so much fun. Hockenheim silver, yeah. But
yeah, I love this thing.
But it's definitely a fishbowl right now.
Well, you know,
so
typical.
yeah.
The good thing is we'll get it tinted with the NanoFlex.
Yep.
Good stuff, you know, that way you block this and get the dash protected, get the seat protected. Love the stitching.
Yeah, yeah.
Alcantara too?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yeah, now you're really making me want to go sell things. Hey, for sale, United.
Yeah, hey, it's got we'll link in description. Here you go. Take care of her. Oh yeah, dude. Thank you so much, Scott. See you soon. I know the guys will take care of me here, and we'll check back in when they pick it up, I guess. Here we go.
One eternity later.
Wrong side, bro.
It's my first. Whoa, we are zoomed in. This is my first time in the Cappuccino. Oh my god, this thing's so small.
That's what she said.
Sounds good. It sounds cool. Oh! Kind of reminds me of the AutoZam. I mean, the size is small. The throttle knob, though. Wow, that looks sick. Looks sick, dude. As usual. Hey, we got a little treat for you to check out next. Mickey's car. I bet you've never tinted one of these before.
You ever seen a Suzuki Cappuccino?
That thing's awesome, dude. This thing would be fun to tint, actually.
This all goes down.
So this is a little surprise. Scott actually did this for me. He tinted the taillights with just a slightly darker, I guess it's a black tint, but it's not completely black. It's definitely red.
Protection film.
And this is your first time in this car.
Yep.
Do not roll down windows. That's a nice little piece of tape right there.
Yeah. Well, the windows are looking nice. Even in here,
It's nice and dark, isn't it?
It's not too dark though. Like if you look here, it looks pretty normal. You can see in comparison to the front windshield to the side. Ooh. She's spicy and smooth. And she wants to lose traction. Man, this is the serious business right here. This is you need to take this to the track. Oh man. I feel like you get on the gas a little too early and this thing's stepping out. All right, we're back and Scott's got the Cappuccino now. He's gonna throw some window tint on that for me, which is epic. I wasn't planning to tint it, but he's really good at what he does, and I think it'll help keep some of the temperatures down. Same reason Evan wanted to do it. All right, well, just got back from Tint World. One thing about 90s cars is the interiors don't hold up too great to the sun over the years, and the dashes start to crack and it ruins the interior on these cars. So went ahead with full ceramic all the way around. The windows on the side, I know they look dark in this environment, but they actually are not very dark. One thing I will mention was I owe them a huge shout out because Scott told me that the rear window on the Cappuccino is actually the hardest window they've ever tinted because of the curvature this way and the curvature this way. This particular area right here happens to be very difficult, and they struggled with it quite a bit because of the ceramic film being so thick, is how he described it. They did knock it out and they did a very good job. There's no flaws in the window whatsoever. One ironic thing is I've been searching parts for this car on Yahoo Auction Japan, and one thing I noticed was somebody over in Japan is selling a tint kit for this back window, and it's actually 5 strips. And if you've ever laid any films before, it's always easier to do it in pieces, but it never turns out as nice. So shout out to Tint World because they were able to do this in one piece and it looks fantastic. Now that the windows are tinted, it's time to contact my boys at Detail Works and McGuire's and get this thing shined up.
So if you guys notice, his tires are way higher than, stack of 4 than mine. So I decided to go with the over diameter of the OEM tire that the car came with. The original tire size for this car is 165/65/14, and if you do that tire on 15-inch wheels or 15-inch tire, for that matter, you will have to go 185/50/15 for you to get the same OD, the same OEM diameter. And what that does, it keeps your speedometer the same, very accurate. Mickey, on the other hand, you guys can see, he went the bubblegum route. He wants to go wide. And this is the smallest tires you can find that actually has really high grip for the road. So he decided to go that route.
Without going to a Hoosier or something like that.
Yeah, without going crazy.
So this is a 200 UTQG.
This is 400.
This is a 400 UTQG. Yep. So 2 totally different ends of the spectrum. One is a really streetable tire that's gonna provide grip and just overall fun. This is just mash the gas to the floor and steer, and the thing is gonna go where you want, where you point it. It'll be interesting to see how the cars look side by side with these two different setups. I mean, I have almost a whole tire extra under the, well, I guess it's about a half a tire it looks like from here, but it's definitely two different ways of doing it in two different styles.
I mean, did you notice the color on them?
The color is bright.
Yeah. So this is the same color wheel that there is on my FD. So I decided to keep the same theme.
Marinello red.
Mozzarella.
Ricky has a hard time saying Marinello. Every time he says it, it sounds different, so I have to say it for him now. Yeah, and then this set is powder coated in a OEM. Basically, it's a heavier metal flake, I think, than an OEM wheel. But it's basically a satin silver with a heavy metal flake, and I just went ahead and brushed the metal center caps and cleared them. Well, Ricky cleared them, thankfully. So yeah, we're gonna toss these on my car, and then we're gonna toss these on Ricky's car, and we'll show you them side by side and talk about them. All right, well, there you have it. Man, it is a lot of tire, that's for sure. And
You're so crazy.
that's a lot of tire. The wheels look great. I think the color was a good choice.
Skate.
It does kind of look like a skate. Ricky's just skating around here. I love it. I definitely think I could probably use to lower it maybe a 1/4 inch or so. I don't have any camber adjustment at the moment, but the fitment looks
Dude, it's spot on.
pretty spot on. And I love the look from the back. I mean, it's just the meats. So overall, I'm happy. We got to go test drive it. I'm sure it's going to be super grippy now. I don't think I'm going to be able to spin the tires, that's for sure.
No. Oh, he's done it before. I've seen him twice. I've seen you do it twice.
With the 14s,
Yeah.
but I don't think with these I could do it. With the 14s, there's no way. Or with the 15s, I don't think there's any way. With the Falcon,
my custom antenna.
the Falcon Zenith RT660 is a grippy new tire. Yeah, Ricky added a custom mod. So, wow, what is that, bud?
It gives you all the power, bro.
Is that like an RC antenna? Man, this is so fun, these cars. I love these cars. So, all right, so I need to move my car out. We're gonna pull Ricky's
Move to
in,
the side.
and we're gonna put his red wheels on and see how they look.
All right, so when I had the car in my house, I actually did some mods to it. I go up and down a mountain all the time, and when it gets dark, I need extra light. So I ended up installing some off-road lights, very hidden inside the grill, so that way it's not seen, and that actually helps me a lot when I'm going out the mountain. On top of that, the one car this thing falls off is, it lacks off, I should say, is jack mount. So I ended up making my own custom jack mount that's welded to the frame of the car, and it goes right under the lip, right under, like probably about 1 inch under the lip. And at that point, you can just jack it from the front, and both front tires will be exposed. Ba-dow. This definitely looks like a Hot Wheel, bro. So we did order some black lug nuts, but they didn't get here on time. So I'll probably do that this weekend or next week whenever it gets here.
This is very Christmassy, bro.
Yeah.
Very Christmassy. I'm feeling festive now, like Santa Claus.
I'm feeling that this weekend I want to close that gap.
Yeah, you gonna dump it?
Yeah, oh yeah, dude, for sure. So this car actually came with coilovers, as you guys saw in the previous video, in the original video when we bought it. And then it also came with steel-braided lines for the brakes.
No, you haven't shown them around this car. We went and got it, but it was all a surprise. So this car was a complete surprise to me that Ricky was buying it, and I don't think we ever showed you guys around. So I'm gonna pop the hood. I mean, you can pretty much call these freebies.
Oh yeah, so like we said before, these cars came very, very well equipped with the Japanese touch. and I want to keep it that way.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's definitely modded. I've been around a lot of cars that have been imported or built in Japan, and this one is to a T, like a Japanese style car build.
So it came with a Monster. These are actually the intercooler piping, which we saw you on the original video when Mickey was test driving both cars.
Yeah.
This is the one you missed out on, bro.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
So what's this oil, bro? Leaking out of your intercooler pipe.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, so
whatever.
Monster Sport intercooler pipes, Samco radiator hoses. I don't know who makes this.
It's HPI. HPI, yeah.
Intake, which is pretty cool. HPI, we had a bunch of their parts on the 240 build we did.
Yeah, we did.
Really cool Japanese brand. Cusco strut tower bar. HKS super sequential blowout valve.
Ooh, you can't miss that one. And at some point, it had an aftermarket
water temp.
Yeah, water temp gauge, which somebody removed.
And there's a pulley down there too, I see. Or if it's just maybe painted, I don't know.
I don't know.
On Ricky's car versus mine, both of the air conditionings work awesome. So I don't know if that's because the owners took really good care of these cars, or if Top Rank actually reconditioned the air conditioning systems, because they both blow super cold air.
Super cold, yeah.
And I don't even take my top off this car half the time because I drive down to the work pretty early, and I'll just kick the AC on and it's great. So let's look at the differences though, because it's kind of weird. And I've seen pictures of both setups.
Of both, yeah.
So,
and they're both the same year, which is what's weird. They're both 1993. And my AC unit, the only thing you can see from here is this AC line, and this little gauge right here. That's the only thing you can see, right? In Mickey's, on the other hand.
So mine didn't come with all the goodies like Ricky's. Mine only came with, the only mods I've seen in here are the Greddy intercooler pipes. Yep. These are gonna get replaced with something different. And then the Blitz coilovers.
And the blow-up valve.
Oh, and a blow-up valve, which this thing looks like R2-D2 or something. I'm not sure what it is or what brand it is, but it actually sounds okay. It's not loud like Ricky's. Ricky's you can hear in other cars on the freeway. Yeah. Mine you only hear inside the cabin, so I think I'm gonna be changing that as well. But anyway, you can see here, my air conditioning unit has this filler here, and Ricky's car does not have this. So
mine only has this right here.
Right.
This is completely like, not removed, but it's not in the same location or not there.
Yeah, so a variation.
Same line.
Yeah, it's just a variation from the factory, I'm guessing. Or if they did an R112 to R134 conversion
probably,
and
yeah.
maybe one has it and one doesn't, I'm not sure. But either way, that's the one thing that we noticed mechanically different aside from the bolt-on bits. Both cars are fun in their own right.
Oh man,
I'd say
yeah.
they're both about as fast as each other, but
yep.
I will say Ricky's car definitely has a clutch in it. It's got stainless steel braided lines. It's got brake pad upgrades from Monster Sport. His car came chock full of goodies, where mine is pretty mundane and sort of.
Oh, the interior too. It came with the Momo race steering wheel. It came with an aftermarket seat. It came with aftermarket seatbelt harness.
Razzo shift knob.
Oh yeah, which I painted the same color as my
Steering
wheels.
Wheel hub.
Yep, the hub, the Monster pedals, and then Monster floor mats. Yeah.
And then show them your custom.
Oh yeah.
That's
so
one thing these cars are missing. Well, two things: a cell phone holder and a cup holder.
Yeah. So that was my first mod. So I took the Japanese stereo out because I'm gonna be doing a wireless, not a wireless. I'm gonna be doing a Bluetooth receiver that doesn't go here; it just goes hidden somewhere else. So you literally sit in your car, log into your Bluetooth, and that's how you will be able to log into your audio. So I completely removed that. I covered it, and then I attached a cup holder that has like 3-inch long screw that goes all the way through. There's 5 layers of this plastic behind it, and it's very, very, very strong. And it doesn't matter what you do, this thing is never coming off. And I also did the the cell phone holder, which is the
seat for the car.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you can put a brick of gold in there, and it won't fall off.
If you haven't already picked up our merch for our Evo drop, this goes live on 8/20. So don't miss out on that because it's pretty fresh.
Woo, the hat though. Ooh, that's hot, dude.
Every dollar you spend on our merch gives you an entry to win the Evo, which is going to be badass when it's all said and done. And any car parts you buy on our website, every dollar you spend on car parts goes towards an entry to win that thing. So
boom.
Don't miss out on that. The other thing I want to mention is the ice cream van merchandise sold out very fast, like literally within a day or two.
Super, dude, yeah.
We've restocked all that stuff. So head on over to our store, pick up some merch, support your boys. We're working hard to bring you guys cool content.
Several days later.
All right, guys, well, it's been a couple days. Ricky and I actually took these home for the weekend so that we could get full enjoyment and actually get a good gauge of how our wheel and tire swap actually turned out.
The car feels night and day different from the second set or the first set of tires and wheels of these things.
Well, and your first set of tires, to be clear, were snow tires.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't go anywhere without going a little bit sideways.
If you guys watched the first video where I went and test drove this car, you'll remember me saying the back end feels loose. And Ricky's like, nah, it's okay. It was actually loose, but it wasn't because anything was wrong. It was just because there was a lot of tread squirm because of the winter tires.
The set of tires that I had, they were completely horrible.
So now it probably feels a lot grippier.
Yeah, way better, even lighter, and it feels a lot smoother too.
That's Ricky's setup. Now my setup, I went a totally different direction. I wanted to try out the new RT660 Azenis tire from Falcon because we ran them on the Evo at the track, and I think we were all pretty shocked at how grippy they were. Now you're probably wondering, Mickey, why do you need a grippy tire on a car with 66 horsepower? Well, because I wanted to drive it around and not break tires loose, and I wanted to be able to just drive it like a go-kart, essentially.
Which
I went with
because I've seen you.
So I went with a 205 50/15. It is taller in OD than the factory height. So it does throw off the odometer and the speedometer just a hair. Trade-off is that I can literally drive this car around pretty much matted, and I can throw this thing into turns, and it is literally like a go-kart. Right now, you're probably wondering, you know, I usually have my cars pretty low. This car is not lowered yet. It is on coilovers, but this is where it was at when I put the wheels and tires on. I have no rubbing issues at all currently, and I think the old man in me kind of likes the, it doesn't rub.
You want to keep it that way, I get it.
I am going to lower it a little bit more until I get that rub, and then I'll raise it back up a little bit. But I want to find out where that threshold is before I just dump it. This car is really unique. Parts are really hard to get a hold of. We have to order all the parts from Japan for the most part, and that takes time and a lot of money. So I don't want to be tearing up the fender liners and the fenders and all that stuff because I want to keep this car fairly nice. It's in really good condition. It's a great example of an EA11R. And I want to keep it that way. So baconing up the fenders on this one is not an option for me. But yeah, overall, super happy with the RT660 tires, and the OZ wheel fitment was perfect for this setup. So to wrap it up, huge shout out to Detail Works and McGuire's for coming down and putting a nice detail on the Cappuccino for me. Also a huge shout out to Falcon Tire for helping me out with these tires. And a huge shout out to my boy Ricky for locating this set of OZ wheels for me as well. So he found 2 pairs. We both launched ourselves into these. So we'll end it here, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're enjoying this Cappuccino content. If you are enjoying it, leave us some comments down below because Ricky and I are having a heap of fun working on these in our spare time on the weekends and after hours. And if you want to see us keep going, we want to hear about it. We want to know what you think we should do to these cars.
For sure. You already have parts coming. I got parts coming. Just saying, if you want to see it, let us know. If not, hey, we just
I have a stockpile of stuff coming for this car.
I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there.
Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications. Leave us some comments. We'll see you in the next one.